For the next couple problems, we're going to be using natural log to simplify stuff down before we take derivatives. So they want us, for this example here, I guess they want us to find f prime for the function so we want to find it for this function here. Okay, so step one, we're going to apply natural log everywhere. We're going to use laws of logarithms, which tell us that the right-hand side, we're going to split it up across the division first. So it'll be natural log of the top part minus natural log of the bottom part. We're going to split the multiplication up, still using laws of logarithms, as an addition. And then we're going to take pull powers out front using powers of logarithms. So that's third law of logarithms, the third property of logarithms. Powers can pull down out front. Now that we got it down to here, we're going to take the derivative of both sides. So here we get 1 over f of x times f prime of x. Here, the 2 comes out front because it's a constant, and we want the derivative of natural log of x plus 1. It's 1 over the inner part left alone, and the derivative of x plus 1 is times 1. Plus here, the natural log of this term, when we take the derivative of that, it's 1 over 2x squared minus 3 times 4x, which is the derivative of the bottom part, minus a half. We take the derivative of natural log of x squared plus 1. So 1 over x squared plus 1 times the derivative of x squared plus 1, which is 2x. Now we get all this. We want to solve it for f prime of x, so the 1 over f of x has to multiply across. And what we get, I'm going to rewrite it a little nicer. F prime of x equals 2 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x squared minus 3. Here the 2 and the 1/2 cancel, so we get minus x over x squared plus 1. All that times f of x, which the original f of x function was x plus 1 squared times 2x cubed, or sorry, 2x squared minus 3. All that over the square root of x squared plus 1. And that'll be our answer for that one. So that's example 5, and example 6 wants us to solve a couple of quick questions. Basically wants us to find, so assume x greater than 0, find y prime. So for part A, we got f of x equals x to the x. And for part B, we got g of x equals x to the sine of x. So there's two ways to handle this. In part A, we're going to note that x is equal to e to the natural log of x. So I can rewrite, in this I can replace this x right here. I can replace that with e to the natural log of x. Then that would be times an x. That's already up there in the power. So my function is now basically, whoops, I wrote this as f of x and g of x. So up here where I'm saying find y prime, I really mean find f prime and g prime. So here's f of x. We got e to the x natural log of x. When I take its derivative, e is the outer function, so chain rule is going to apply. It's e to the power of, leave the inner part alone. Then I multiply it by the derivative of the inner part, which is going to require the product rule. So x is left alone. And we take the derivative of natural log of x plus the derivative of x. And now we leave the natural log of x alone. I'm going to rewrite this to clean it up slightly. And we get that. Okay, when we go to find g of x, this one I'm going to do it slightly different. I could use the same trick I used over here, or what you can do is you can apply natural log to both sides of the equation. So this method over here would work on this one as well. I just want to show you a separate way. We can use that powers pull out front, that property of logarithm we used here. That let me get the 2 pulled down and the 1/2 pulled down. Now that we applied natural log to both sides, the sine of x can pull down. We get natural log of g of x equals sine of x times natural log of x. And we go to take the derivative. Natural log of g of x. Derivative of natural log is going to be 1 over the inside function. And then we take the derivative of the inside function. That's going to equal, and over here we got to use the product rule. We'll leave sine alone, derivative of natural log, plus, then this time we'll take the derivative of sine, which is cosine, and we'll leave the natural log of x alone. I need to multiply this 1 over x. I need to multiply a g of x across. And now to wrap it up, I get g prime of x equals sine of x over x plus cosine of x natural log of x. All that times the g of x function, which the g of x function is x to the sine of x. Okay, so that'll wrap that one up.